Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Maddie, and today I'll be doing the NaNoWRIMO tag. Originally, I was going to do a separate video where I just talk about my plans for NaNoWRIMO, and I was also going to do this tag anyway, but after looking at the questions in this tag, the questions bring out prompts for you to be able to talk about your novel that you're working on. So I thought rather than just do two separate videos, I'll just combine them together since I'll be able to explain everything in this tag. I have done this tag before when I did NaNoWRIMO in 2016, so I'm excited to do it again. So let's just get into it. Question number 1 is, how many times have you participated in NaNoWRIMO? And how many times have you won? So I participated in NaNoWRIMO once, as I mentioned. That was in 2016. That's the only time I participated, but I have never won. When I did participate, I was not able to reach 50,000 words, so that was disappointing. Maybe this will be my year, I don't know, but I'd really like to win NaNoWRIMO at some point. Question number 2 is, are you a plotter or a pantser? And the thing is, I don't really know. It's weird because I used to think like I was strictly a plotter and that was it, like I could not pants. But at this point, I just don't know, because what has been happening to me recently is that I will try to plot, but I've been finding when I've tried to outline, I am not able to brainstorm anything. Like, I know what my story is about, but laying out all the details all at once on paper is really hard for me. So I have been trying out pantsing, and so far it has been working for me. So for that reason, I am going to pants for NaNoWRIMO this year, and hopefully that'll be a good decision because lately outlining has just not been working for me. However, with that being said, I do always write out my basic ideas of what I want to put into the story. So for that reason, I actually think I am a little of both. I actually think I can be a plotter and a pantser at the same time, and that term is actually called, a plantser, which means that you are a little of both, and I think that's where I lie at this moment. Question number 3 is, what are the titles of the projects that you have attempted or completed for past NaNoWRIMOs? So, like I said, I've only participated in one NaNoWRIMO, and for that one, I was writing a novel called Up in Lights. I have not completed it. It is still sitting on a Word document on my computer, just waiting to be revisited, and I just have not gotten back into it. That one is a contemporary novel, and I still really want to get back into it. I love the idea that I have for it. I just haven't had the motivation to continue on with it, but I do plan to get back into it someday since I started it 2 years ago. It's about time to get back into that one already. Question number 4 is the big one. What are you working on for NaNoWRIMO this year? So for this year, I'm working on a short story collection. I'm not actually writing a novel, but I'm working on a bunch of short stories. And the inspiration came from Taylor Swift's Reputation album. Like I've mentioned a lot of times on my channel, if you watched me before, you may know that I am a huge Taylor Swift fan. I love her so much. I've had this idea for so long to write a short story collection based on one of her albums, because the thing with her albums is that each one tells a very picture-perfect story. As you go through all the songs on the album, each track is sort of like a chapter, and by the end of the album, you feel like you consumed like a whole story, and that's just the beauty of her songwriting and one of the big reasons why I love her so much. So I started to think I should really write short stories based on her songs. So each of the stories are going to follow a different main character, but they're all going to interlink with each other. And I'm going to write one short story based off of each track from the Reputation album. So I'm really excited for it. Since I have not outlined, I have no idea what I'm going to write for each of the stories at all. I'm just going to pants it and see what I come up with. So this should be very interesting, as I've never pantsed just from pulling ideas out of my head on the spot. I'm very nervous about it, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping I'll be able to get something good out of it. Question number 5 is, what is one tip you'd give to someone else that is participating in NaNoWriMo? One tip that I came up with is, don't stress if you fall behind on your word count, because you can always catch up. Of course, your goal is to write about, 1,600 something words a day to reach 50,000 by the end of November. So you want to still reach for that goal of 1,600 words each day. But if you don't, just don't stress about it unless you're really hardcore wanting to reach that goal by the end of the month. But I feel like stressing about it really makes the NaNoWriMo experience really painful and not enjoyable. So just have fun. Try not to stress about your word count goal too much, and I guarantee the experience will be a whole lot funner and easier for you. Question number 6 is, what was the inspiration behind your novel? Do you remember when the inspiration hit you? I already kind of touched on that a little. My inspiration for these stories was based off of the Reputation album, so I pretty much went over that. I don't know when this inspiration hit me. I can't remember. I think it just came to me randomly. I think I've always kind of had this thought in my mind that I should write stories based off of the songs on one of Taylor Swift's albums. That's always been on my mind for the longest time. And the reason why I'm specifically doing Reputation is because it's her latest album, so it's the one that most people are listening to right now and most people are familiar with at the moment. So that's why I specifically chose that one. But yeah, the inspiration to me didn't come suddenly. I just always knew, I really, really want to write stories based off of Taylor Swift songs because her songs just contain lyrics that just tell a great story. Question number 7 is a good one. It is, read us the first sentence of your NaNoWriMo novel from last year. I didn't participate in last year, unfortunately, but like I said, participated in 2016, so I will read you the first sentence that I came up with for that novel. It is not very good. It is very cliche, I feel like. I'll read it anyway. But it is, I didn't initially plan for my life to turn out like this. I don't know if I'm going to keep that first sentence in that novel. I feel like it is very cliche, but it's going to stay there for now until I come up with something new. Question number 8 is, what do you plan to do with your manuscript after you finish NaNoWriMo? I know most people strive for professionally publishing their novels for NaNoWriMo. I'm not going to do that with this one since you can't professionally publish this kind of story because of copyright, since the stories from this collection are specifically from the songs from Reputation, and I will be specifically referencing Reputation throughout this collection, so copyright is not going to allow me to professionally publish it. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to publish this to Wattpad when I do complete it. So you guys will be able to read it for free if you're interested. So I'm really excited to finally publish it. But I feel like even after NaNoWriMo ends, I will be still working on this short story collection, so it may be a while, but hopefully I'll be able to get it out into the world really soon. Question number 9, the last question is, are you prepared for NaNoWriMo? Nope, not at all. I am not prepared this year at all. I feel like November came so fast. I've always been really looking forward to November for NaNoWriMo, but I just don't feel prepared at all. And the question that goes along with that one is, are you nervous? A little, because I'm really underprepared, but I'm just going to try to take it easy for this NaNoWriMo. If I don't hit the 50,000 word goal, then that's okay. Then that's fine. I mean, no big deal. At least I'm actually writing this month because I have gotten out of the habit of writing for a little while this year, especially in the beginning of this year. I had really taken up writing as a habit, and then it just kind of went away, and I went on this really long writer's block. And I'm still kind of in it, so that does make me nervous. But since it is NaNoWriMo, it gives me a motivation and an excuse to take writing more seriously this time around. So yes, I'm a little nervous that I'm not going to hit that word count goal because I am still in a little bit of a writing funk, but I'm still going to try, and if I don't hit it, then it's whatever, and I can always try again next year. So that was the NaNoWriMo book tag. Let me know in the comments, are you participating in NaNoWriMo? What kind of book are you writing? I would really love to know. And also let me know so that we can root for each other to hit that 50K word count goal this month in November. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more bookish related videos and writing videos in the future. Also be sure to click that bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you're notified for when I post new videos. If you want to hear more from me outside of YouTube, my social media links will be in the description box. I post every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I'll be back really soon. Bye!